Hello everyone, today we have new video review, and as you can see this time we are going to check fresh release from ICM. It is modded in 1/35 scale and it copies le.gl.Einheitz.Pkw Kfz.2, so it's a World War II German light radio communication car, and I think it's not difficult to guess on which kit this release is based, so that's actually the third version of this le.gl plastic, and we build it in the separate YouTube build series, so you can find it easily just by typing into the search. Nevertheless, it will be interesting to see what is included here. So first of all, box size is slightly special, I would say. So first of all, here we have nice box art, and here you can see comparison with my hand. But the box size here, you can see the top cover does not reach the bottom. I'm not sure why it is like this, but maybe the commercial release will be the different one, but I got this. Also here we have some information about the kit. White letters on the light background is not such a clever idea. Nevertheless, we have 208 parts for assembly of one car in 1/35 scale, as you remember. Next, here we have one of the marking option. Let's say the profile. It's the same as on the box art, so if you would like to check it from all sides, you have it. You have the chance to do it without opening the box. Box structure is typical. We have the color printed top lid, which is quite thin. It does not provide any protection at all. Why? Because we have the thick white cardboard box, which should actually protect everything inside. So let's open it. And here's what we have inside. Assembly manual is on the top. We will check it a bit later. I would like to start with this stuff. It's a plastic Sprue set, which is packed into the same plastic bag, and that's not really cool. I mean, we have a lot of space inside, yes, but sometimes these parts arrive damaged just because of such tight packaging, so I would recommend to check it if you have a chance to do so. Let's open it. It's a resealable plastic bag, so you can use it later, and that might be a useful feature for some of us. I hate when the plastic bags are closed with paper clips or with staples. That's not cool. So better to have the resealable plastic bag. Here we have first gray plastic sprue. This one is dedicated to various elements for the open top car version. So here you can see them. And maybe I can bring light closer so that it will be more visible. And overall molding quality seems to be fine. Here we have spare wheel, these are parts for the folded roof, these are elements of the engine, some Pioneer tools here, and note these thin elements which will be used for the interior detailing. Be careful with them because it's really easy to lose them, and then you will be able, you will have to do actually the repairing works, and it's not that easy as it might sound. Next we have another plastic sprue. This one is dedicated to body panels, so we can zoom out a bit because it's a bigger sprue. And side body panels are molded separately, so you have to join them with the car chassis. Also here we have parts for the folded roof, again here as well. Next, what do we have interesting here is this small, I would say the paddings maybe. These will be used for the front seats because front seats should be glued out of several parts. And if you flip over the sprue here, you can see inside some guiding elements which will help you with alignment, because otherwise it will be really tricky to do all this stuff at once. Next we have another plastic frame. This one looks like this. And here again we have the front seat as well as separately molded door and some of the wheels. Actually in this kit we have two sprues of this type. Here you can see another one. Actually no, or yes, just give me a second, I'm a bit confused. No, it is the same type of sprues, so we get them in one kit. And why? Because here we have pre-molded wheels, also doors, and some of the suspension parts. Again, molding quality looks great, and as far as I remember, gluing all those parts together wasn't that problematic, and it was pretty much quick process in my opinion. Next we have last gray plastic sprue. This one is actually the biggest one in the kit, and it actually defines the size of the box. So as you can see here we have various parts for the external detailing, the main chassis or the main frame, which is molded as a one-piece part. That's really cool in my opinion. Here we have the steering wheel, the wheel arches, more parts for the folded roof, Also here is the floor panel, which is molded together with few arches side panels, but I can guess that those side panels won't be used because we had the new ones, as you remember, on the separate sprue. Nevertheless, we can consult, let's say, the assembly manual. So here it is. It is printed in form of typical ICM brochure, but I forgot about one more thing. Here we have plastic bag with clear sprue. So let's open it. Obviously the plastic bag should protect everything from possible scratches. And here's the plastic sprue. Molding quality looks really great. I do not see any possible issues here. So the only thing required from you is to mask all those parts, because masks are not included, so you will have to do it with your own hands. So, assembly manual. We have short history note on the first page in 2 languages, technical specifications, paints chart. Then we open it, and inside we find small decals sheet which carries pretty much all necessary symbols for several marking options. Here you can see it. Printing quality looks really great, so I do not think that you have any possible issues with it. So parts map is here. Thank you for the first like. Assembly process starts with main chassis. As you can see, we join all those special strengthening elements, also the panels, protecting panels, some suspension parts. Next we will continue with wheel axles. Here we have some of the fuel tank parts, as far as I can guess. Suspension parts once again. Here we work on the engine. So engine is quite detailed in this kit, but unfortunately ICM does not show any possible feature on how to open the engine on the finished model. As you remember, I did it in the build by cutting the bonnet panels because there is a special thin line, but in assembly manual it is not shown. Here we assemble the fuel tank, we join the floor panel together with main chassis. Then we continue with wheels. Here it might be a bit tricky because you have to connect all 3 points together with wheel. So be careful while doing this and do not hurry for sure, because otherwise it will be a really tricky process. Next we continue with side panels here. Then we install this special, I would say, cage for the radio equipment. As you can see, it will be slightly increased area. And maybe that's why we had the new body panel, because we do not have door from this side. Now finally I get it. Here you can see that bonnet again will be closed, so just think about opening it. It might require a bit of scratch building, but I think it won't be that difficult task. Here we continue with external detailing, for example, wheel arches, front ones, the doors from all sides. Here we have the special panel which will be covering this area. Next we continue with the windscreen, and even though on the box art it is depicted in the folded position, here we do not have any, we do not see any word about it, and that's really surprising. I mean, it would be nice assembly option, but you can do it with your own hands, obviously. Here we continue with Pioneer tools and antennas. Next we go on with headlamps, and that's the final appearance of the finished vehicle. Here is the first marking option, which comes from June 1940. Next one comes from August 1941, and one more is from, actually 2 more. So September 1941 and Libya 1942 here. So 4 marking options out of the box. In my opinion, that's pretty much the same kit as we saw before, even though we have to modify the right side. Still, it is quite nice car kit. In 1/35 scale it won't take a lot of space, and it might be pretty much detailed, and I mean, it depends on what you will invest in this building process, and out of the box it can be pretty much detailed if you decide to open the bonnet, for example, to work on the windscreen, etc, etc. By the way, here again it is depicted with folded windscreen. Of course, I will be happy to hear your opinion about this kit here in the comment section below. And don't forget to press the like button because it helps us greatly. And you can also subscribe if you are not subscribed yet, so that you will be notified about fresh videos. And I will see you in the next video review as usual. Bye!